Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and yes, it's time for the top 5 of the month for the month of May. So these are the 5 best films that I watched for the very first time during the month of May. Why am I making this video right now? I'm not really sure why, because it's almost like in the middle of the night, but I just can't sleep and there's like a bloody rainstorm outside, so maybe that's the reason why. Yeah, anyway, let's begin right away with the list. At number 5, we have the film called La Noche de la Ira, which you probably say, well, what is this movie all about? This film is actually called Blood Hunt right here, and this is a Mexican film from the mid 80s. And it's a very unique and interesting film in general. It's sort of like about these people that this new doctor, I believe, arrives at this like town, like small village or whatever, and this village have had a really bad problem with junkies and stuff like that. So they sort of like have their own little like um, um, police force, you can say, which is a little bit weird. But then again, it's sort of like at the beginning of the film, you feel, well, of course these people should be arrested, these junkies, because they're just doing nothing with their lives and things like that. But then eventually throughout the film, you kind of like sympathize with those people as well, because this sheriff over this like police force or whatever, and this police force in general in this town, they are really really corrupt, and they really like almost like take the law into their own hands basically, and just kind of decides for themselves what to do. So I thought that was very unique, that you kind of like sympathize with both sides eventually, and then you kind of like want to pick a side, like what side are you on really in this situation. I thought that was a really interesting and unique film, just based on that. You don't really see that very often in general. And some really nice stunts as well, even though obviously these people that made this film, didn't really have a whole lot of budget to work with. But I did watch the special features with the director, and he told the audience basically that this was more like a passion project for him and some of his friends. They basically made this film because they are big fans of film making in general, or like films in general. So they wanted to make this film especially based on that. And yeah, it's a really entertaining film in general. So if you haven't seen this one, Blood Hunt from the mid 80s, go check it out. Now let's see here on number 4, we have a film which I don't have on DVD or Blu-ray. I watched this on TV, and it was Creed 2. Which I would say, I mean, this is it's impossible to talk about this one without even like spoiling the first one. But I think this particular one is actually a little bit better than the first Creed film. I mean, of course I thought the first Creed film was good as well, but I feel like the acting by Michael B. Jordan, I think his acting is way better in this one than in the first one. To be fair, in the first one, I think he kind of came across like a complete douchebag in many scenes. I mean, of course, he grew throughout the entire film, but I just didn't really buy him as this character in general. But in this one, his acting has improved a lot, and his character has been developed much better. And yeah, I really like the storyline in this one as well, and it kind of ties in with some of the older Rocky films as well. So I thought that was really amazing as well. So yeah, Creed 2 at number 4. And at number 3, we have a film called No Way Home. And I was a little bit surprised by the fact that this was directed by Buddy, what's his name? Buddy Giovanasso, probably butcher his name, but this is the same guy who directed Combat Shock from the 80s. If you've seen that one, it's a very, very bleak film. This is also very bleak, obviously not as bleak as Combat Shock, but it's basically about Tim Roth's character. He comes out from, I believe he's been serving time in prison, yeah, and he comes back to the ordinary life, and he like comes in contact with his brother and his brother's wife, I believe. And there's some really like tense moments going on right there as well. He kind of falls in love with his brother's wife basically eventually. So And yeah, so it's sort of like a struggle for him to like adapt to the life because his brother is also up to no good basically. So, and there's some twists and turns here and there as well. Amazing acting, really great performances. I really liked the storyline as well. It felt very realistic as well to a certain degree. So yeah, No Way Home from the mid 90s, I believe, 1996. So if you haven't seen this one, go check it out. It's really, really good. I think this release also comes with the soundtrack, so I need to listen to that eventually as well. Now let's see here on number 2, we have a film called, this is another film which I don't have on DVD or Blu-ray, another one I watched on TV, a film called Warrior from 2011. And I'm gonna say this, that the title is terrible. I mean, why would you call your film Warrior? It's not like if I should just call a film The Cap. Yeah, original idea. I mean, all jokes aside about the title, the movie itself is really amazing. It's sort of like, you could almost say this is like a Rocky film, but with like MMA. Would you even call it like a mixed martial arts? I think it's called. So it's sort of like a modern day Rocky film in a way, but just like in an MMA environment instead. And once again, great performances by everyone involved. You have Tom Hardy and you have Nick Nolte as well. To be fair, in throughout this entire film, obviously all of the actors did an amazing job, but Nick Nolte's character, I mean, not necessarily his character, but his acting was really spectacular, and I've not seen him in a film in quite a while. So I thought that was really cool and really amazing, and yeah, really nice drama film. Feels very realistic as well. Maybe that's another reason why I really enjoyed it as well. Of course, when you watch some of these like fighting films, they can take a whole lot of like damage when they're like fighting each other. Obviously, you can pretty much punch one out right away if you really like hit them really really hard in a specific place, like somewhere around here. But that's just, I mean, you have to turn off your brain sometimes when you watch some of these films. So but anyway, I'm not an expert when it comes to that. It's just what I kind of feel like when it comes to this film in general, like in the films like this in general. So yeah, Warrior at number 2. And at number 1, we have this film, and yeah, I just feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again when I talk about these films. But at number 1, we have the film called Indian Summer from 1990. What does it say? 1990. Of course, it doesn't say on the back. Which means I need to check the IMDb page. 1993. Yeah, Indian Summer. This storyline is not necessarily anything unique or anything like that, but it's just the environment and the character, like the character development, that I just really, really appreciated. It's basically about these couple of friends that return to camp after all these years, to the same camp basically, and it turns out it's the same guy who runs this camp. So they sort of like a special bond with him in a special way, because he pretty much tells them that they were his favorite campers when they were there when they were younger. So there's like some sort of like flashback, not kind of flashback, like, whoa, we did this or we did this. So it's sort of like a feel good type of film as well. They kind of like remember what really happened back into those days and what has changed and how have the characters moved on from with their lives. And yeah, I mean, this is an amazing film. I really enjoyed this one. It felt very nostalgic as well. Obviously, I didn't go to a similar camp like this, but I mean, it was quite similar, but it's not like you like did some sort of like sleepover at this place. But it just felt very nostalgic to me. I really liked the environmental shots as well out in nature, and the acting is great. Character development was really amazing as well. Soundtrack score great as well. I was kind of surprised to see Sam Raimi in a role in this one. I mean, he has a smaller role, but I was like, wait a minute, is that Sam Raimi? At first, I thought it was Ted Raimi, because Ted Raimi has appeared in some films here and there, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Sam Raimi in a role actually in a film before, so that was a little bit surprised right there. But this one also has Bill Paxton in it, and you also have Diane Lane, you have, what's her name? Elizabeth Perkins in this one as well. So really great cast as well. So yeah, Indian Summer. I mean, such a feel good film. If you're ever in a bad mood and you really feel sad and just really like depressed, go check this film out. It's just such a heartfelt film, and yeah, I really appreciated this one. So yeah, Indian Summer. So anyway, that's it for the top 5 of the month for the month of May. Next video is maybe going to be another update video actually. I know I have been talking about the horror lists for the 90s. I'm going to get to that eventually. I think the issue is really I really need to find those films in the collection somewhere to like display it for you, because I feel that's probably much more interesting to watch than just me talking about the films without even showing like the front cover or anything like that. So but anyway, that's just what I feel like, or at least what I assume that you guys appreciate. So yeah, but anyway, hope you enjoyed this particular video, and yes, see you next time. Bye bye.